5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Actually, I've never gone that fast before. I just did that for fun to see what would happen. We figured we would do a fun mic'd up session today so we can, everybody could see what the crazy training looks like. Some people say she's so lucky because she's good, but they don't realize how hard this young lady works like an animal. So when people say she's so lucky that she's good, there's nothing lucky about what Karina Gaskins does. Oh, we start up with a good little warm up. She doesn't really like throwing all that much. She just likes to, she really just likes to hit. But I'm trying to get her to love fielding, but it's been a struggle over the years. I think she likes it more and more. The better she gets at it. She doesn't really like the training, but I think she likes the results, but she doesn't like the word. My goal, believe it or not, every single time we train is to see how high I can get her Apple Watch numbers. Because she always looks down and says, holy cow, where am I at? Karina, this is gonna be so fun. You don't even know what you're in for. Here we go. Showtime. And the fun begins. She loves when I trip on stuff, but she loves to see how fast she can go. Run me into something. Good, perfect. Staying super low on these, we just keep alternating side to side. This time we're just gonna mix in a little pop-up out of nowhere so she doesn't know where it is, and then she just goes and we just go right back into it. Feeding, feeding. And as you can see, the pressure never gets to her no matter what.
Oh my God.
Nice. This time we're gonna do our alternating feet. She always gotta mix in something new that she's never done before to get her a little freaked out. This works on keeping her fingers through and really staying through the ball. You see how she's keeping it low and it's not going good. The key is that we're not going up into the sky with it and she's coming right back to me, right back to me. And you can always use a softy ball, but I'm trying to get her fingers and her hands nice and strong. So when she goes to work out later, her calluses, you know, she's building her calluses up.
Dude, my calluses are fine.
I know they are. Yeah, I'm sure. One more time. Yep, keeping them close, good. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. Now we move on to our glove. Pretty much do the same pick series, but this time we use our good old friend, the ladder. So we mix a little cardio in here as we're at the same time. Not that she needs any of that, because I'm sure she probably already worked out for 2 hours today, and it's 11 o'clock in the morning, but you never know. I begged her today to not work out first.
And I didn't. I listened to you, dude.
Yesterday her legs were like Jell-O, which makes it even more fun for me because then I get to pick on her a little bit. But so we're going speed ladder. She's gonna bounce inside and outside of each one. We're just gonna go forehands into backhands. Boom, then she's gonna go and she's gonna always reset her feet every time. And I'm trying to work on the different sides. She knows it's gonna be a forehand and a backhand. And for those of you that are watching that are wondering, is she always this consistent? Pretty much, yes. Now I get to break out my fungo skills on my one-handed bat. We're gonna do the same exact thing, but now I'm actually gonna hit balls to her. Karina, what are your numbers looking like right now?
I don't want to talk about it.
She doesn't want to talk about it.
If you ever think you're in shape, just go see Duke for a half an hour. You're not.
Boom, good. There we go. Good, good. There it is. Good, trying to get her some in-between hops and not so easy short hops, trying to get them out there more, and good, good. There you go. Perfect. I promised her today that we were gonna work more on balls hit right at her. So we're working on really getting around and kind of that hot shot right at her at first base since she's so close. But I feel like in baseball and softball, especially at the corners, that's like the hardest thing. And most errors are made on balls hit right at us for that same exact reason. We're gonna work on that, baby, after we work on the dome mat. She loves the dome mat because it's scary. I think that's why she likes it so much. Because you know why I said that? Because I know she hates this drill. She really hates it. I just pretend like she loves it. We have like a love-hate relationship, her and I. The stuff that we do is, she really doesn't like any of it, I don't think.
That's not true. I'm just always your guinea pig.
So here we go. We're gonna rock out I'm just gonna roll these babies. I'm gonna roll them off. You're gonna see it's gonna take crazy hops, and she's just gonna use her feet on the bag. I'm back pretty far today because I know if I get too close, sometimes they're gonna stay in the ground, which I like because it keeps her down low. She's expecting it to stay down and then reacting up like that. Nice. And every one gives something a totally different look. 2 more. That's it. There you go, good job. I'm gonna roll these babies even faster this time, which of course she knows the intensity has to get, once she gets a little bit comfortable, we change the intensity and make it that much harder. I'm gonna roll the balls faster and quicker, and she's just gonna be in react mode and she's just gonna rock and roll. Good round, Karina. Actually, I've never gone that fast before. I just did that for fun to see what would happen, but she did an awesome job at it. I gotta get her to drop one of these. That's two perfect rounds in a row. Let's go. I gotta get her to miss something. Jesus. Good.
Duke. This is not it. No, that one wasn't fair.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of the dome. That I'm just gonna hit some ground balls right to her, but then we're gonna start mixing in combos. So we have a couple different nets that we set up, different pitchbacks. I know a lot of you have been asking what these screens are. So we have one at second base and we have one behind her. So the one behind her is gonna throw line drives back at her. So we're gonna work on our relays from first to home. And the one at second base is actually gonna fire a ground ball to her that she's gonna fire home. We're just going straight at her. She's just working her feet right now and staying nice and smooth, staying low. Really trying to time up that left foot with the softball. So everything is moving, good. I always mix that in. When she was younger, that was the thing that she hated the most, and I love doing it. So I still love doing it. But now she's just so good at it. I wish I could have like a horse running down the line so she'd have to tag it. That'd be so much more fun. Uh-oh, there's the one we're talking about. There's the one that takes that in between hopper. That's part of being in the hot corner. Some of those you just have to wear it just like that. They take that in, there you go. There you go, good cover. Good, yep. I'm getting my glove now, we're gonna get a little nutty. Now I'm gonna hit her just a routine ground ball. She's gonna step and fire it to second like she's turning a double play, but then the ball's gonna come back to her and she's gonna throw it back to me. Good. Yes, let's go. Good, good. Nice and smooth. Runners on first base. 2. Good, good. Nice. I know at first base this isn't quite ideal throwing home with her body going that way, but it gets her moving her feet well. Good job. Just like that one. There you go. That's boom. Trying to sneak it by her on the baseline. There it is. There it is. There it is. Again, those double rounders she's got to be at 185, 190.
I am at 185, actually.
I knew it. I knew it.
I am.
I could tell right off the bat.
Any combo drill that Duke has ever done with anyone was definitely tested by Karina first.
Go down the first baseline. She might touch it, she might not, depending on how close she is, but that's what I'm going to try to simulate on this one. Good. Nice. And this is super important for you younger softball players out there. This is super important when you're at first base, because when you go this way, the second baseman or shortstop can't tell if you touch the bag or not. So if you do touch the base, make sure you're screaming, tag, 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 because it's no longer a force out. So that's why we do it. Here we go.
Tag.
Good, good, good. Watch her athleticism as she jumps for this ball. I think she's got like I think she has like a 25-inch vertical, I think. That could be a little stretch in the truth. I'm gonna hit her a ground ball. She's gonna turn, throw it to the pitch back, and then relay it to the dish. Yeah, let's go! It's all about athleticism. I'm just doing this for fun because she loves the challenge of, get him, Karina! Good. Now I'm gonna take these softballs right here. I'm gonna go to third base. I'm gonna whack these things at her. And she's just gonna work on picks. There's gonna be some in-betweeners, some crazy ones. Usually I get pretty far back, and who knows what's gonna happen. She hates me after these sometimes. Trying to just really get her some crazy hops that she's in-betweeners. like that she's got to commit to. The hops are crazy. Good job. Good cover. Good job. I'm going to slide over here like a third baseman, changing my angles up on her. Here's where I try to come down the line too. Because a lot of times the third baseman will throw that ball that leads across. Nice. Good job. Yes. I know her heart's racing like hell after that one. I know it is. That was that in between that you're like, ah. I think Karina likes doing this because she gets such a big rush. There's such a rush when you get that right pick because it's scary as hell right there. That last little, and your face is going right in front of the ball and it's hopping up. You got to cover that baby. Good job. But that's why our third basemen, shortstops, and second basemen, that's why they love her. They're not afraid to throw it anywhere because she's going to pick it.
Ooh.
There it is. Pick it. Let's go. Good job. One of the things I want to talk about is, coming off being in the ACC Player of the Year, you guys losing some key players on the Notre Dame softball team. What are some things that are going through your mind right now? Like, man, I just came off a great year. The pressures of you doing that again. Oh my gosh, look at this. What are some things that you're thinking about right now when those things do come into your mind? Like, how do you ease yourself of that pressure that can easily be either put on you from other people or even you putting that pressure on yourself?
I think that it's about knowing that our coaches do a great job recruiting.
Right.
We have good freshmen coming in, and I think everyone just knows their place on the team and what they bring to the table, and it's just really fun to watch people either step up into a new position and watch our freshmen grow into a position that's meant for them on our team.
Now, how do you help them in that situation when you have some of these younger girls like when you were a freshman at one time, wow, this is a big deal, right? Like, the team's a powerhouse. They're coming in as a freshman. How do you, as someone that has been successful already at this level, help those kind of take a little pressure off themselves as well?
I think it's just about teaching them how you stay calm, cool, and collected. That way they can learn from you, because in the end it is just a game, and you can't make it everything in your whole world as much as you want it to be. So I think it's important to kind of teach them what you do as an athlete, to be able to be okay, at the softball field, it's softball. School is school. Separate your worlds and teach them how to do it. That way it doesn't feel like the pressure of the world is on them.
So would you say that for some of the girls out there that are, playing softball, that are juniors and seniors in high school, that are having the pressures of oh my gosh, what school am I going to go to? I have to have a good day. I have to get 3 hits, or I have to hit 3 home runs, what can you say to them to kind of help them with every game's a do or die? They have to think that.
I think it's important to know that the college coaches aren't just going to be watching your at bat or how you feel. They're going to be paying attention to how you recover from striking out or making an error. Are you clapping if you're sitting on the bench and not in the game? There's a lot more that goes into it, and a lot of coaches will recruit the person, not just the player. And I think that was very important for me to learn when I was a junior and senior, to kind of realize that my coaches know that I may be athletic and I'm good at this sport, but they're also looking for me to be a good person and for me to grow as a person while I'm at school. And even that.
So it's pretty much if the team wins, you win.
Yeah.
Having that mentality of not I got my 3 home runs, but we lost. But I got 3 home runs, instead of, but did we win today? Did my 1 for 3 day that might not be my best, did I help the team win today? That's what coaches are looking for. Those players that are all about, did I help the team win today? So can you talk a little bit about, you had an accident earlier in your, with a car, and it kind of put you back a little bit. How did you bounce back mentally? Was it as quick as it seemed like you did, or was it a struggle?
It was definitely a struggle. I mean, it was freshman year, so I already felt the pressure of being a freshman and trying to become a starter and all these different situations, and then I bounced back from the injury pretty quickly, but I think mentally it took a toll on me, and it was definitely something that I personally just wanted to get back to normal as quick as possible. So I kind of pushed that to the back burner, and I realize now I probably should not have. It's definitely something that should have been forefront for me, but I think mentally I kind of pushed it so far back that it didn't really affect me until after like season when it was over.
Right.
Like, and if it was affecting me, I acted as though it didn't, and I kind of just ignored it until.
Right. So it's pretty amazing that that happened. All of a sudden, sophomore year comes, and that was a solid year. Then, I mean, last year was as good as a player could pretty much have offensively, defensively. Your numbers were just almost unbelievable every day. So how are you approaching this upcoming season with what kind of mindset?
It's the mindset of almost pretending that the season last year didn't happen, just because I know that if I try to compare myself to what I did last year, that's when it can really affect me mentally, which is such an important aspect of the game.
Right.
And it's also one of those things where I'm like, okay, yes, last year was great. This year, like, my goal is just, let's be 1% better, because why am I gonna like try to exceed all these numbers, exceed, because then if you don't hit it, it's just gonna take a toll on me. And I know that if I can just do 1% better, or you know, kind of just average along those lines, then I'll be fine and it'll be helping.
I wanted everybody to hear and see and watch what an actual lesson is, because there's so much hard work that goes into being good that people don't realize that sometimes. There's some fun parts to it. It's not easy. She's sweating like crazy. She was talking, but this is like her routine that she never stops. Karina, thanks so much. I know this is gonna impact so many people, and that's what a lesson's like at Zone Sports Academy with Karina Gaskins.